Hey everybody, this is JoeyA. Coming back to you again on the subject of racism. This is my second piece, if you will. I got a lot of response in regards to the first one I did. The segment on racism happened to be about blacks in America. I know there's racism of all different types, I understand that, but I've been only talking about African Americans, blacks here in our country, and some of the stuff they go through. The subject is a touchy one and has been. If you read the internet or pick up a newspaper or something along those lines, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, to go through what they go through, I'm the average white guy that sees a lot of things. It's been disappointing to me. So if I could make a difference in someone's life, maybe it's yours, you who's watching me right now. Hopefully, you might feel better about the situation and have hope. It's important that everybody understands that not all white people are the same. You think that we are, but deep down you wonder, is the guy really prejudiced or isn't he? Well, I'm not. And it's important that you realize that. By the way, that's Earth, Wind, and Fire in the background. Verdine White, if you can hear me, you're the greatest. Anyway, I talked about when a child's born, it's a nursery in a hospital, how when the white family, when they have a baby that's born, they'll go see the baby and they look at the nursery and they see 4 or 5 kids in the nursery, and then all of a sudden there's a black baby. And someone says, oh, look how cute the kids are. Then all of a sudden, one of the relatives say, yeah, even the black kid's cute, but later on, when he's stealing your car, you won't find that to be cute. And to me, that's heartbreaking. That's one of my classic examples of people that are prejudiced, they can't get jobs. I mean, they've got no shot. And they wonder, white people wonder, well, they do this, they do that. Well, if you're not getting hired for a job, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. I'm not condoning it, but it's the truth, So, I mean, pay attention, Nobody, like I said, the black athlete, the young white kid's got his jersey, he's got everything going, got his picture on the wall, but if the neighbor moves in that's black, all of a sudden that's a problem. But if the athlete who's a superstar, the mother goes and buys Junior the jersey. But I always say, but when his relatives move next door, all of a sudden that's an issue. Now, how could that be? So the white people better get it together and decide either you're on or off it, I'm sorry, this jam is killer. Take note of what's happening around you and pay attention. The average guy in suburbia has no idea what it's like to be black. And they're not associating with black people. They have, only from what they see on the television. My point is, if you can, do something good for somebody and help somebody out. Don't be a phony. And another thing, if you're white, stop saying, I have a lot of black friends. Honest to God, that is the first sign of racism. Oh, I got plenty of black friends, The brothers know the difference, man. Who you kidding? You got a few opportunities. You only live once. Before you know it, it's over. So if you're out there in the working world, or no matter what position you're in, think of what it would be like to be somebody else. Yeah, think of what it would be like to be black. Yeah, black. Can't get hired. Driving a car, you get double looks, okay? Even the commercials they make on TV all got that flavor to them. You know, stereotype, you know. It's not cool. It's not cool. You know. It's funny that all the jokes that white people say, you know, the racist comments, but yet whenever they're out and they tell a joke and it involves a black guy, as soon as it comes to that part of a black guy, they whisper, you know? And you know what I'm talking about. You know, it's like their voice drops. That's what we're talking about, being phony. I mean, if you can make a difference in your community or do something to help somebody or be truthful or honest and know what it's like to not have the same opportunity, and don't tell me that they do, because they don't. They don't. They don't. I mean, you know, they either get through it with music, thank God for them in music, and they get through it in sports. In the business world, that's a little tough, you know, a little tough. You know, like I said before, how'd you like to be in a company where they hire a black woman? They only can hire, you know, they've got a couple. Well, another black girl wants to get a job, says, well, you already got 2 black girls. I guess there's no room for me. You've got your fill already. That's pretty rough. Not very nice. You know, so no wonder they're a little bit pissed off. You'd be too. You know, you would be. It's a fact. It's a hurtful thing. So I'm just trying to make a difference, even on a very small scale. Very small. If I can be a positive force or help somebody or explain to somebody or teach kids or someone that's, you know, high school kids, if you're black, if you see this clip, oh my goodness, just know that it's not what you think it is. Not every white person is prejudiced. I know you suffer through it, you know, and I'm not an expert on this. I'm just a guy with an opinion, you know. That's it. That's it. But my heart bleeds for someone that can't get ahead because of the color of their skin. That is insane. It's 2010, and that's still going on. The same stuff they said in 1965, they're still saying it today. You know. Hang on a second.